Yeah, I know last week I said I was going to review Sugar Cube, but that game's not even worthy of a review. It's bland. It's boring. And the fact that they're charging $7 for it on Steam is insulting. Yeah, I know I paid $5 for it on sale, but that's not the point. It's not that good. It's something that you'd buy on a cell phone for maybe $1, but nothing more. So instead, I'm doing Limbo.
Limbo is one of those games that people are going to bang the drum of games are art. And as much as I don't want to admit it, I have a very black and white view on what is art and what is entertainment. To me, art is something that cannot be reproduced, as any reproduction is never as good as the original. Nor can it be mass-produced, as mass production cheapens its value. So that pretty much rules out movies, music, and video games. However, I am not without gray areas. The movie Hugo is a work of art. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony is a work of art. Dust: An Elysian Tale is a work of art. In contrast to that, the Die Hard or the Expendable movies are not art. Anything by these no-talent pop singers like Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and so on and so forth are not art. Games like Call of Duty or Battlefield are not art.
So when competing for the title of art, how does this game stack up? Well, I guess I'm going to have to say that it's in limbo?
I wouldn't say that this game is art, but it's artistic. Now you may be asking, what's the difference? To me, art would be a Rembrandt painting hanging in a museum. Artistic is graffiti in the ghetto. While both can be really good, I consider one a higher form than the other. So you can tell that they were going for that games are art look with Limbo. It's all black and white, it's grainy and dirty looking, it gives everything a really creepy look.
Now, I'm not sure if I've said this in a video before, but I know that I said it in replies to people's comments, but I do not like horror games.
Horror games are the only games I somehow get way too into. For example, I rented Condemned Criminal Origins. It started off kind of creepy, then maybe 15 minutes into the game, I was so scared that I started screaming at the TV for whatever was making the creepy noises to come out and face me because I was so engrossed by the game's atmosphere.
I wish that wasn't true. I really wish I made that story up, and that's why I don't play horror games, because I will more than likely end up breaking something, attacking something that isn't physically there.
Like the art style and graphics. The sound is very eerie, and because I'm such a chicken shit when it comes to creepy and horror games, so I had the sound muted for pretty much the entire time. Limbo is a pretty basic game. All you do is move right and you have two buttons: jump and action. You use the action to interact with objects in the world. You'll be running, jumping, and climbing your way through the game.
And I really want to kick the developers in the balls. They are just dicks.
They said that Limbo is a trial by death game. You know, a play on trial and error. They had actually intended the player to die several times before solving the puzzles. I don't find that fun. In fact, I find it rather irritating. When you play a game, you think on your feet. It tests your thinking skills, hand-eye coordination, and reaction time all on the fly. In other puzzle games, you can stop, look around, and see what you need to do. But because of the art style in Limbo, you won't see anything until it kills you. And as much as I do not want to use this game as an example, I can't think of anything else. It feels like the first Bubsy game, where you're not sure what will kill you until it kills you.
Now, if you like this game and are now enraged at that analogy, allow me to apologize in advance. Oh, screw you!
If the whole point of the game is to continually fail just to see what you need to do the next time, what's the point? You can't see what lies ahead because everything is black. It's a process of die, respawn, avoid. How is that fun? It seems like a chore. It's not frustrating, but it's something I just roll my eyes to. Honestly, the only appeal that I see that this game has is the art style, because I'm not having fun with it at all. If the developers were trying to make a game a work of art, then I think they failed. You just can't make a game that looks artistic and not do the same with the gameplay. I paid $10 for it and I feel like I overpaid. Something this simple is not worth that much. The gameplay's fine, but it's just overly simple, and the story, what little there is of, isn't that good with a really bad ending. and this is one of those rare moments where I have to factor price in how I rate a game.
I really just don't like this game. I can see the appeal to it, but for what you pay, you get very little substance.
For a game that took 6 years to make, this is something that one person could have made in Flash in only a few months. You play as a boy on a quest to find his missing sister, who wakes up in the middle of a forest called the Edge of Hell, and you make your way to the City of Hell. Then you're thrown out of a window and back into the forest where you find the girl who runs away as you approach, and then the game ends. What kind of crap is that? The game repeatedly pulls dick moves throughout this entire adventure, and then you get a screw you ending anyway. As I said earlier, it takes a lot for me to consider a game a work of art. Limbo only focuses on the looks and atmosphere, which is not enough. There is no substance to this game. I cannot give a game a high score on aesthetics and atmosphere alone. Gameplay and story take precedence over that, as that is what keeps you going to see the game to the end.
To me, this game is just mediocre at best. It's like something that you'd find on Newgrounds. And with a $10 price tag, that's just way too much for what little you get. And additionally, I just could not get into this game.